And now the Chief Intelligence Officer of the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Person, NAPTIP, Grace Shook, has stated that violence against children occur in homes, families, schools, communities, and other places where children should feel safe. Hence, government needs to protect children across the country. Grace Shook disclosed this in Abuja, and Maliki Duro has more.
At the first National Child and Society Conference, a Chief Intelligence Officer of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, Grace Shook, noted that abuse in various forms is a daily reality for many Nigerian children, and only a few perpetrators of these acts received justice in the country.
In Nigeria, most people don't have access to education, they don't go to school, and as such they remain ignorant. Their parents remain ignorant, and the more they are uninformed, the easier it is for these evil people to come and deceive them and get the children out. All manner of child trafficking. And in 2015 too, when the VAP Act was signed, it was domiciled in NAPTIP. So we don't just focus on this human trafficking aspect, we also try to fight against violence against persons, where a person is being abused. You see children abused by their parents.
Also speaking, Olakunle Sani said the conference will help to address sexual exploitation in the society.
We will to also address the issue of sexual exploitation. We know how much our girls are being exposed to sexual activity. I mean, on the internet, on the social media, even in the physical environment. They are not, I mean, all these places are not left out. So we're using this to try and find a means to address this. And then for children who are not able to have access to justice, I mean, what kind of justice system are we really putting in place to ensure that children who are survivors or who are affected by violence get justice? Because for children to be really to survive, for them to really survive any harm done to them, there must be an element of justice, and that justice serves as a first point of rehabilitation for them. And it also means that those children will not do the same to other children, and when they become adults, they will not do the same to children around them or to their own children.
While lending her voice, Nkiru Maduechisi calls on families and the government to intensify efforts in keeping children safe.
Protective actions that they can take as children. You know, violence affects children in various forms. There's physical violence in homes and schools, and then we have sexual violence, which is also a hidden pandemic. And then also we have the abduction, the evolving problem of abduction and kidnapping. So it's good that parents stay with their children at all times and educate children about how to keep safe, so they will not be deceived into being abducted or kidnapped.
It's hoped that the conference will help to sensitize citizens on children's rights.